Hi guys, back for another short video. This one I'm talking about area with half shapes. So a lot of you are having questions with half shape area. So for example, if I have this triangle and it has only so many full squares. Again, I'm not an artist, but that's okay because we don't have to be artists for math. So when you go to count the area, remember the area has square units because we're counting the number of squares inside our shape. So this triangle has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to go ahead and write that on the side and just put 10 squares. That way I don't forget it and I don't have to keep it mentally in my head. It's written down, it's going to help me, and I can go back to it later. But then I have these half shapes. I have 1 half triangle, 2 half triangles, 3 half triangles, 4 and 5 half triangles. The fun thing about triangles is even though these ones aren't perfectly drawn out, you can rotate it. Like if you're going to snap this box shut, and you can make it into 1 square. So if I borrow that one, I'm going to color it in, and then I'm going to know, oh yeah, this is 1 more square. I'm going to do the same thing over here. I'm going to borrow that one, draw it out, and I have another square. So then I have 2 more squares I've added. And lastly, I have 1 half left. So then I have a half square. If I add all those together, 10 plus 2 is 12. 12 plus a half is 12 and a half. So 12 and a half square units equals my area. Okay, let's try another one. I'm going to draw the shape out first. Sometimes we have really funky shapes that are just a certain type of polygon we haven't messed with yet. So like that kind of shape. And the fun thing about area is you can just practice it on your own. As long as your shape doesn't have any like rounded edges, you can find the area of it, which is pretty cool. So it can have points, just not rounded. Rounded, not good. So then we'll go up with that. Sorry, everyone, I was trying to take my eraser again. You'd think I would learn. We have that. Okay. And sometimes, like I said, the fun part is just drawing out your shape. So the first step you always want to do is count squares because those are not going to change. So always count your squares. Here I know I can count by like 2s if I want to, like 2, 4, 6, 8. So I have 8 squares there. And I can count by 3s down here if I want. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. This is the perfect time to also use our skip counting songs for multiplication. So that we had, I'm going to count my 3s like a champion. I'm talking 3, 6, 9, and 12, 15, 18. Oh, perfect. Double checked it. Then we have our 8 here. We still have 1 more here. So if I add those together, 1 plus 8 is now 9. 9 plus 18 is 27. So I have 27 full squares. I'm just going to keep that 8 there. 1 plus 8 equals 9. That way I don't confuse anyone. Again, if we shut our box like from the last video, I'm going to color it in so I know I used it. I know that makes 1 more square. I have 27 plus 1. Now I'm going to have 28 squares. So my area is now 28 square units. So that's a great example too, because it shows you that you don't have to have a half at the end of it, even if you have a half space. Hope it helps.